Hi, I'm Tina. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Hector.
Hi, Hector. I do want to go over informed consent first. Did you get that paper?
Yeah, I got it in the lobby.
Okay. Did you have any questions on our informed consent?
No, it was all pretty straightforward.
Okay. Are you able to get that for me so I could just see that, you went ahead and initialed it? Basically, it just gives us information about how we're going to conduct our sessions, the recording and your information, and your visit is going to be obviously private because of HIPAA. We don't share your information with anybody else. If at any point you do need to share your information, we do have release of information forms up front, and that way you can fill those out. Okay. And any questions regarding that?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So Hector, you're coming in today because you're having some difficulty after an accident.
Yes.
You had an accident 5 months ago?
Yeah, it was a car accident.
Okay. Were you the driver in the car accident?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and what happened?
I worked construction rather, and I was working at night driving home, and I got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, okay. Okay, were you the only person in the car then?
In my car, yes.
Okay, and where were you injured?
My right hip and leg and right shoulder.
Right hip, leg, and shoulder. Okay. Were you in the hospital for a while?
I was in the hospital for about 4 months. I actually just got out a month ago.
Okay, so 4 months. Okay. What were your injuries? What was the extent of your injuries?
From what they tell me, even with physical therapy, never going to regain full mobility in my hip and leg. I'll probably need a cane for the rest of my life, and I won't be able to lift anything heavy because of my shoulder.
Okay. Does that limit you with what you actually do for a living then?
Yeah, like I said, I'm in construction, so not being able to lift heavy things is kind of a prerequisite for what we do.
Okay. So how long have you been working in construction?
Since I got out of high school. It's a family business.
Oh, okay. So your family, mom, dad?
Mom, dad, siblings, everyone.
Okay. How many siblings do you have?
3.
3. And what did you do within the business?
Construction worker.
Construction? Okay. And since then, have you been back to?
No.
Okay. Have you talked to your family or your mom and dad? Did they come and see you in the hospital?
They came and saw me in the hospital. I haven't talked to them since I got out there.
Okay. And what would be the reason why you didn't talk to them yet?
It's just hard. They want to talk to me about certain things, and just speaking to them, all it really does is remind me of what I lost, what I can't do anymore.
Okay. And what would you feel that you actually lost in the accident?
My ability to have a normal life, at least the normal life I had beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Construction's how I made my living, and now I can't do that anymore, so I'm kind of lost.
Okay. And since you haven't had a conversation with your mom and dad, you don't know how they feel about your accident or what's going on to you.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. And do you feel like you're in a way letting them down?
I feel like I have let them down.
And why would that be?
Construction is just the family business. It's what we do, and if I can't help contribute to the family through our business, then I'm kind of dead weight.
Is there any other capacity that you could actually work within the business?
Nothing that I would know. Construction, just manual labor is just everything that I know. I've never even attempted or have the knowledge base to really be able to do anything else within the company.
Nothing such as like office work or clerical things, billing, things like that?
Those all require skills that I don't really have at the moment.
Okay. How far did you get in school?
Just out of high school.
Just out of high school? Any college?
No.
Okay. Did you have any thoughts of going back to school?
I hadn't thought about it.
Okay. If you had to pick a different profession or something new that you'd be interested in, what would that be? Some type of skill.
Honestly, I don't know. Most of what I know and what I'm good at that I like involves manual labor. you can't do anymore. So that would take some thought to figure out.
Okay. And are you married, Hector?
Yes,
Okay. How long have you been married for?
16 years.
16 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have any kids?
2, 8 and 12.
8 and 12. Boy, girl?
Both.
Okay, one of each. And how are they handling with your injuries and the accident and the rehab?
They were worried at first. Now I can tell they're taking it kind of hard just because, I mean, I don't want to be, but I know I'm distant. I don't really do a whole lot, but just watch TV and drink these days.
Okay. How much would you say that you actually drink?
It's getting more and more. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm about a half a fifth a day.
Half a fifth of
Whiskey.
okay. Did you drink like this prior to the accident?
No.
Okay. It's just been recent then?
Yes.
Has it caused any problems between you and your spouse?
I don't know if that specifically is caused a problem between me and my spouse, but there are problems currently.
Okay. What type of problems would you say you're having right now?
I just, like I said, I don't feel like I'm worthy, like I've let them down. And it's kind of hard to face the person that you've let down.
Okay. So feelings of guilt.
Yeah.
Is that what you're feeling? Okay. Have you talked to your wife about this?
Little bits, but not really in depth.
Okay. So it's hard to start the conversation with her, or you're just not ready to have that conversation yet?
I just don't think I'm ready to have that conversation yet. I kind of have to be able to expose myself a little bit, and that's just something I've never really done, so it's new territory for me.
Okay. Have you tried any other outlets of communication, such as writing down, journaling, anything to get out your feelings and express what your struggles are right now?
No.
Okay. I'd like to suggest to at least start writing down, even making a journal for yourself. That way you can get your feelings out and maybe find a way to express that with your wife. And that way she can know what's actually going on with you. And you're able to formulate a plan when you actually do have the conversation with her. Is that something that you'd be able to work on?
At this point, I'm willing to work on just about anything.
Okay. And what's your actual goal for these sessions that we're going to have?
I want to not feel like I failed at life.
Okay. Okay. And what's your goal for your family?
I just want them to be happy. I mean, I know that's kind of a broad term, but I want them to go back to be able to see that light in their eyes like they were before the accident.
Okay. How's your sleep been?
The only time I really sleep these days is when I black out drunk. So
Okay. When you do sleep, what would you say is your actual sleep time?
maybe 6 hours, but even that's broken up because I'm constantly waking up from the pain.
Okay. Are you on any medications right now?
A lot.
A lot. And that's for the pain of your injuries?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're still taking the prescriptions that the doctor gave you?
Yes.
Is it along the lines of how you're supposed to take the medication, or are you taking more than you should?
No, it's in line with what they want. I've been supplementing with alcohol.
Okay. You said that you would actually pass out or black out, and that's how you would fall asleep. Any other issues regarding that as far as blacking out? Any other injuries since that date? Slips, falls, anything?
No.
No. What about your family? Have your kids actually seen you like that?
I'm sure they have.
Okay. Have you tried to explain to them how you feel and how the accident has affected you?
No, I'm supposed to be Superman with my kids,
Okay.
and it's kind of hard to tell them that not only am I not Superman, but I'm less of a man than I was before.
And you say less of a man because you can't complete the job that you had before, or you don't feel as strong as you were before?
I'm not as strong. Can't defend my family if need be. Mobility is an issue, so like I can't even run around and play catch with my kids anymore.
Okay. How would you say that your relationship with your kids is now? Is it still the same relationship, joking, laughing, playing, or is it distant?
Distant.
Distant. And then you're home now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're all day long at home?
Yes.
Okay. And the kids are in school?
Yes.
Okay. Does your wife work?
No.
No. So she's at home with you as well then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seems like you're having, what you're telling me is that you're having some difficulties with how you feel, your performance, your role as a father and the leader of your family. Obviously, that's, a cultural thing where you're supposed to be the protector, you're supposed to guide and lead the family, and at this moment, you're feeling less than that, and that's your frustration. Is that correct in what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So your frustration is stemming from the fact that you're not able to actually complete the roles that you think that you should as a father.
Yes.
Okay. And what are those roles that you think you should be completing as a father?
Protector, a mentor.
Do you think that you'd be able to mentor your kids as far as the needs that they have, the schoolwork that they have, issues with other kids, playing games?
All of those except the schooling.
Okay.
Math has changed.
Math has changed. Yes. And are you interested in going back to school?
Like I said, I hadn't really thought about it, but if I'm not able to do anything physical, I'm going to have to try to do something else that's probably going to require some schooling.
Okay. And were you comfortable in school when you were in high school?
I mean, I did okay.
Okay.
I wasn't a straight A student or anything, but I wasn't scraping by.
Okay. Is that something that you would be able to entertain as a goal for yourself?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. To looking into maybe some schools or online schooling since you're home now? Something that you could work towards, or something that would give you information on different skill sets or different jobs that you could apply for?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that you haven't been able to reach out to your family, your mom and dad and siblings, because of the shame that you're feeling because you can't actually contribute to the family business anymore.
Right.
Right? Have you tried to communicate with them and let them know that that's how you feel?
No. Like I said, anytime they try to call, I can see it's them, and I just can't bring myself to answer.
Okay. If we were to set a goal for yourself of just having a conversation with your family to let them know your progress on your healing, would that be a sustainable goal for yourself?
I mean, I can definitely try.
Okay. Trying is good. Trying is progress. You can also limit the phone call. That way you don't feel that you're being pressured into answering questions or pressured into hearing how things are going on the job site, but only have the conversation for a certain amount of time. And that way you're able to express how you're feeling, how your healing is going, how your progress is, and let them know that you're working on feeling better. Would that be something that you'd be able to participate in?
I mean, I think if I had the ability to leave the conversation if it became too much would be make it a lot easier.
Okay. Would you be comfortable with leaving the conversation or ending the conversation when you're done?
I don't know.
Okay. What would prohibit you from ending the conversation?
I mean, I've always been raised, you don't interrupt your parents, so if
Okay.
they just continue to talk, it's gonna be a little difficult for me to just cut them off and say, you know, I'm leaving now.
Okay. And I can see that as a cultural difficulty for yourself because you have the family hierarchy and you want to make sure that you respect that. And I can understand that, where it'd be difficult to cut somebody off. What would you think is a good way to express that you need to end the conversation?
Am I allowed to lie?
How would you want to let them know that you want to end the conversation in a productive way? Let me give you an example. So I'm on the phone and I'm talking to my family and I'm letting them how I feel. I'm going through my physical therapy. I'm healing. It's a slow process. Maybe it starts to become too much for me, but I want to end the conversation. A good way to communicate that is I just wanted to check up on you guys and let you know how I was feeling. But right now I do have to go. I have another prior engagement. So give hugs and kisses to everybody. Just let them know that I called to see how they were doing. And you just end the conversation.
I see.
And that way you're able to effectively communicate how you feel, what you want, and what you called for. And then that way it gives them a chance to say their goodbyes and you end the conversation on your terms. And that way you're able to limit the conversation to a certain time span. Would that be doable?
I mean, I definitely try it.
Okay. What about a conversation with your wife?
That one's a little more difficult, but I think I'd like to try the journaling you were talking about first.
Okay.
Give that a shot and kind of try to transition my way up from there.
Okay. Do you think that you might benefit from couples counseling?
I may, but I don't know if I'm ready for that part yet.
Okay. So that's something that we want to just put, a tab on, and that way we can just revisit that later. If you're able to participate in that later, then that's something that we can talk about. We do have therapists that deal with family and couples counseling here. So if that is an option that you want to explore, I can definitely give you some more information on it.
Okay.
Okay. I just had a couple more questions here before we wrap this up. I just wanted to make sure that I got most of your information correct here. With your limited mobility, even with your physical therapy, you still have mobility in it, right? You're able to still.
Yeah, it's not like completely paralyzed or anything.
Okay.
My leg injuries are really where the mobility issues lie, whereas my shoulder's more of a strength issue.
Okay. So you're able still to function. You can, write, type, things like that. You can walk. You said walking assistedly. Is that with just a cane because it's recent, or will you have to use the cane from now on?
From now on.
Okay. How have you been getting used to that?
It's hard being as young as I am and having to walk around with a cane. You never think it's going to happen to you, but you see people walking around and kind of wonder what happened to them. Now I'm that wonder.
Okay.
Something for people to look at.
Okay. And do you feel it shows other people a weakness in yourself? Is that how it makes you feel?
I feel like I stick out, like I am obviously weaker.
Okay. As far as the cards, and do you have any residual like legal issues or things like that, or anything pending that might be looming over you?
No, like I said, I got hit by a drunk driver, so I was cleared of all wrongdoing.
Okay.
But the driver of the other car ended up dying in the accident, so nobody to sue.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
Like he got off too easy.
Okay.
I'm left to live the rest of my life like this, and he doesn't.
Okay. Are you frustrated with that?
Extremely.
Have you expressed that?
I don't really know how.
Okay. Even with your wife, have you expressed that you're frustrated with it or you're angry that,
Anger is about the only kind of thing that I can express to my wife lately. So she's aware of that part.
okay. And how is she dealing with that anger?
It's difficult. She's still trying to be there for me. She understands I'm going through a hard time. And it's not like I intend to snap off on her, but
Okay.
you know,
It just happens.
Yeah.
Okay. When you feel angry, how do you resume your composure? How do you get back to a normal state of feeling okay?
drinking.
Drinking. Okay. Does anything else help you feel at ease?
Not that I found, but again, I've only been out of the hospital for a month. So.
Okay. Have you tried any other coping mechanisms or meditations, anything that would make you feel calm, anything that would get you back from or away from those angry feelings?
I've never had any experience with any of those things. So.
Okay. Okay. Would you be interested in that kind of information or that type of therapy?
I mean, it couldn't hurt to learn about it.
Okay. Well, Hector, I think that we'll be able to go over some of your issues that you're dealing with and some of the concerns that you have. Right now, I'm looking at between 10 to 12 sessions that we could actually see you in. Does this time normally work for you?
Home all the time, so anytime works for me.
Okay. And with the stuff that we discussed, is there anything else that you'd like to mention on something that you'd like to work on, or maybe some areas that you'd like to focus on during our next session?
No, that pretty much seems like a lot to work on already.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No?
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you came in today, and I'm glad that you were able to participate in this initial interview with you. And that way I could gather some information, find some healthy options for you and some new coping skills. And that way I could talk about them with you and try and implement some of those things that you could actually use. So that way you can start progressing and reach those goals that you have. Okay?
Okay.
And I think I might have a couple goals for you, like I mentioned before, trying to reach out to your family just to have that short conversation. Would that be an attainable goal for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be your assignment for our next session. So within that time before I see you again, try and have that short conversation just to reach out and let them know how you're feeling, how your recovery is going, and to let them know that you're understanding of what's going on and that you want them to know how you're feeling. So just kind of touch base with your family, and then we'll talk about how that conversation was, how it made you feel, and we'll do that on our next session.
Okay.
Okay. All right. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in.